one, Julio.
Welcome everybody to the Wild Wild West, and back to another game of Good Boys, where I lead this high-speed, low-drag team of no-nonsense operators through the wonderful, wonderful world of Infinity, created by Corvus Belli and made playable to us as an RPG format by the wonderful folks over at Modiphius. Um, these are the Good Boys, and I'm going to start introducing them, starting with the titular. I still can't get that word right. Good Boys. The first one of them will be Rurik playing as Johnny.
So, hi guys, I'm Rurik. Like he said, I'll be playing Johnny. Johnny's a straight-laced former Marine off the planet Dawn. Everything that you'd expect from a Scott Summers wannabe Boy Scout type person, with the thrilling exception that he's actually a werewolf. And so when he gets angry, he turns into a 9-foot-tall blender. As many of Julio's characters have already noticed. After all of his service and doing everything that he thought right, he found that he was still a second-class citizen on Dawn and has decided to join O12, which is essentially Space Interpol, in hopes that he'll be treated like less of a second-class citizen. This has not worked out so far, and now he's considering defecting.
Unfortunately for Johnny, instead of getting sent into Starmada, as most police wannabes end up doing, he was sent to Bureau Noir, where he ended up doing a lot of underground shady crap that he does not care for. And, you know, here we are, right? Next up, we have Megan playing as the second part of this duo, Laddie.
I'm Megan, and I play Laddie, who is currently Laddie Maru. That's his secret identity, and he wears a kimono and a hat. So he is always a 9-ish foot blender, and he's got gingery fur, and he's big and scary, and doesn't really speak much English because he's got doggy vocal cords. And he also joined the Marines on Ariadne, not because he's a second-class citizen, but because they don't think he's people. Because he's a doggo. Which is a little upsetting, but we're not going to talk about it right now. It's a lot of trauma. So yeah, he's hanging out with Johnny because antipodes think in trinaries, which are little groups of 3. And it's kind of hive-mindish. And just because he's got Johnny, he can... I said 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So he's got... Johnny, and Johnny helps him think good and not eat everyone, and everything is cool, and he's actually a little more okay with doing the shady stuff, and yeah, like humans are lame except Johnny, and he's not super sold on Duke Jax or Antonio. He likes Z. She's not people either.
I'm aghast.
The nomads would beg to differ. I just had this like hilarious mental image of when you were saying like he's not people. It's like Johnny's like, I get treated like a second-class citizen, and Laddie going, you guys get to treat us as citizens?
That's pretty accurate, yeah. Uh-huh.
All right. Next up, we have the team's hacker extraordinaire, the cephalopod uplift, known as Z, played by Kat.
That's me. Hey guys, I'm Kat. I play Z. She is a whopping 2.5 feet tall, still has octopus tentacles and her cephalopody skin so she can still change colors and whatnot. She wears big goggles to keep her eyes nice and moist because, you know, they dry out. She ran away from her creator on the ship Bakonin, and she's found her way into O12 because she has a certain set of skills, and she's pretty good at hacking, and, well, the Good Boys are just a lot of fun. They get into some good adventures and lots of trouble, and she likes the experience. She wants to have fun, and that's what we do. And now, especially that we are the Dukes Dawgs, or Dukes Dawgs? Yeah, Dukes Dawgs.
Dukes Dawgs.
She is playing B as her alternate persona. Still a hacker, though. Still not much difference there. But let's see if we can finish this heist, guys.
Yeah,
man.
pretty good at hacking is putting it mildly.
Stop it.
Last but definitely not least, we have the some would consider him the leader of this band of misfits, the stalwart defender of the Catholic Church, the Santiago Knight, known as Antonio Salazar, played by Skull.
All right.
Has it ever gone well for anybody to get the title Defender of the Faith?
Yeah, me. That's it.
It only goes well for him because he kills anyone who disagrees.
Yeah. It's like it's a stealth mission because there's no one left to report that I was there. So as it was said, I am playing Antonio Salazar. Antonio rose from very meager means. He had like an extremely poor background. But through the glory of the church and Pano, he has risen to a respected position. And now, such respected position ended up seconding him to O12. And they made him do shady bullshit, which Antonio entirely disagree with, but he is a man who follows order. And now he is using his persona that is a mercenary known as Duke Dawgs. And Duke Dawgs is everything that Antonio is not. He is boisterous. He is loud. He is larger than life. And he is entirely down with doing cinematic stuff just to get extreme notoriety, which is just totally against Antonio's MO that can stand for military orders and modus operandi at the same time. You guys enjoy what Duke did there. But that's who Duke is. Because Duke never dies, only the actors who play him.
That is definitely a level of what's the word I'm looking for? Versatility that I was not expecting from Antonio when we first started this, but I'm glad that he found it in himself to play a man that he completely disagrees with, and yet everybody likes better.
It's just polar opposite.
I like
The
that Antonio
yin to
like dug
his
deep.
yang.
Yeah.
And Antonio dug deep for his counter persona, where the rest of us are like, you know, I'm an antipode, but I have a hat.
I don't know who it was that shared a picture of that Chims Shiba Inu with like the samurai
Yes.
hat and the sword. I was like, look, it's Larimaru. Oh, that cracked me up. That was great. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and Rurik, if you have any channel announcements, this would be the time.
Channel announcements. Okay, so real quick channel announcements. Step one. You guys know that we have three programs per week. Mondays is Land of Ice and Snow at 8 p.m. Eastern. Tuesdays is Unfortunate Sons at 6:30 p.m. Eastern. And Thursday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern is Good Boys, which is what you're currently watching. You guys can spend channel points to give us momentum, or, if you're evil, give the GM heat. Momentum and heat is what allow us to survive slightly longer in this terrible battle for our souls. It's 1,000 channel points or 100 bits for either. We don't currently have a community challenge because it was already completed. So keep an eye out for that next Valheim stream, where we will see if we can somehow get from the Elder to Bone Mass in 4 hours, which I don't see happening. If you haven't already seen it, please go check out our merch store, which we are now going to share the link in chat. We have shirts for every stream except for Good Boys, and I don't know who to blame for that. I just know that it's not my fault. I am not an artist. That's not what I do at all.
You can blame me. I'm taking forever with it.
Kat, I don't know if you saw that on Tuesday's stream. Both Julio and Tom were wearing some 3BR merch.
No, I didn't notice. I jumped on for a little bit, but no, I did not notice. Aww.
So we got some good stuff. Actually, you know what? The shirts seem to be really high quality. We did just get our first Unfortunate Sons product on there, which is the heraldry, the banner for the mercenary company. I think I'm done bothering you, Julio. Dale.
No bother at all. I highly enjoy hearing about the many exciting things that are coming to 3B Radio. That was so salesman-y. I feel slimy. Anyway,
You're channeling the nose there.
well, if I were channeling the nose, you would know it. Last we left our heroes, they were in the middle of a bank robbery. They had been indicated or directed by the Red Bishop, their O12 handler, to acquire funds for the next operation in order to catch a particularly pernicious Shasvasti agent that he most definitely wants to get his hands on. He pointed them towards a shipment of Tesium that is being kept in Novi Bangkok, a place of complete and utter lawlessness, and therefore he is pretty darn sure that it is of less than legal proceeds, and that would give you an opportunity to make off with it without having too many moral quandaries about it. You linked up with Guignol, who gave you the details of how the bank that you guys stole everything from, or will be stealing everything from, the First Choice Holdings Bank, how it operates, how you can get inside, and he put you in contact with two other people. One of them, Guihe, who is an expert safecracker, hacker, and remote pilot, who gave you the means to get past most of the physical security, and also in contact with Smoke from Smoke's Marauders, who is providing you all with a getaway. After doing a couple of jobs for them, you guys procured a drill with which to get into the vault, and you got a nice discount for Smoke's services on blowing out the back wall once you guys are done, and driving you away on one of his armored vehicles together with his crew. When the team came into the bank, they very quickly cased the place. They spoke to the assistant manager and managed to intimidate her into leaving the building, allowing you to start the countdown for the opening of the back area of the bank. When the alarm went off, you attempted to drop the drill onto the giant anaconda that was stationed at the lobby. The anaconda gave you some trouble, but eventually you managed to dispose of it. After which, you made your way into the back of the bank, only to find that it was already being heisted by a completely different crew. After a little bit of a spat, you both decided that it was probably for the best if you joined forces in order to crack this safe, and then split take 50-50 after taking out your expenses. And as we left you last time, there was already an alarm going off. There was Drew security teams storming the back of the bank. Some people from the other crew, as well as Larimaru, were dealing with them, while the rest of you figured out how to get into the vault. And that's where we are right now.
I just remembered I would like to apologize profusely for the fact that last week's session was cut terribly short by inclement weather. Florida. I mean,
Florida.
That's it. That's all of it.
That's all I got.
This is the swamp. The swamp's not friendly.
All right. So
as we go, we are starting in initiative. This entire session, I believe, will be more or less played in initiative, because you guys have to pretty much race against the clock to get the Tesium and get out of here. As more and more teams of increasingly strong Drew's operators will be arriving at the location.
All right. It's Z trying to fix the thing.
Yes. So I can do that first, since that's relatively straightforward.
Absolutely. Roll a difficulty 1 tech test in order to begin repairs on the drill. The drill is actually broken in 3 separate spots. You can also ask the other crew for help if you so desire. They have a few people that look like they would be good at repairing things.
Hey, point, you hacker, come.
Which one? There's two of them. There's the one on the floor that's literally sitting on the floor with his hacking device deactivated after the daring dash by the Duke. And then there's the other one who is right now operating the three little puppet bots that look like Teutonic Knights.
Okay,
so
Puppet
cute.
Bot Man can focus on the battle. Mopey can come with me, make himself useful, and the other guy too. Both of them. Fuck it. All hands on deck. Except the guy with the little knight dudes. He can go kick some ass.
All right. So roll your 1 second. Apparently, I forgot to open D20. We were talking crap about you guys not being prepared, and here I am.
This fucking guy.
This fucking
This
guy, right?
fucking guy.
This fucking Julio guy, man.
Te digo. What the fuck?
Right? What a shitty DM. You should fire him.
Having brought in order.
We'll talk with management.
Anyway, go ahead and roll your difficulty 1 tech test, Kat. All right, so that might be 2 successes, I believe.
3 successes?
3
Oh, no.
successes.
Isn't it if I have focus on it? Don't I get ones? Don't they give me 2 successes?
Yes, if you have focus of 1, then ones give you 2 successes. If you have focus 2, then 1s and 2s give you 2 successes, etc.
Okay.
So 3
so yeah,
successes.
I have a 1. Yes.
Okay.
Starting off with that momentum.
You can spend one of those momentum to make it so that you manage to repair 2 things instead of just 1, which will definitely
yeah.
save you time.
Yes, please.
All right,
I'm
so
diggity da-
you
I'm
generate
diggity down.
you generate 1 momentum and you repair 2 of the faults currently with the drill. The hacker approaches the drill. He starts looking around. He's not very familiar with it, so to him it's going to be a difficulty 2. And he passes, actually.
Okay, good.
Uh,
Okay.
He manages to see that there is a hydraulic hose that is unplugged, and he goes like, "Yeah, this doesn't look right." Just plugs it in, and the drill now gives you, it gives you no alert messages anymore.
All right, high tentacle. Let's do this.
Johnny's just like, if it was that easy to fix, it clearly did not break on the fall. It was just stored. It was just in storage mode.
The large dude that appears to be the leader of the other crew just looks at you and goes like, "Yeah, sure." Whatever makes you feel good about it, man.
Okay. So
Alright.
we are up and ready to drill, boys.
Who's next?
Well, I don't have ranged weapons because I don't believe them. and probably and my ballistic skill is actually so low that you probably don't want me having one. So
You can help with the operation, actually, because right now Larimaru, as I recall, was running towards the Druze last we left. So between you and Johnny can, position the drill and get it started.
all right, let's get this show on the road, boys. Let's get to it.
All right. So you and Johnny grab the drill by the handles on the sides. It is a large thing. It's about the size of like a dresser.
Okay. I thought the Chimera was helping do this. So the Chimera and Duke can do that while I shoot people.
Yeah, if you want to ask him,
Well, I'm like, hey, are you going to fight the Druze or do you want to move the drill?
Is like, well, I am not in any rush to get shot, so I'm going to go ahead and help with the drill.
I am in a rush to get shot.
Fantastic. Do enjoy it. So between the Chimera and Antonio, the drill is positioned, and at this point, the puppet bot operator moves over and just takes a quick look and says, "Yeah, I have no idea how to operate any of this." So they just look back into their visor and just carry on with what they're doing.
Yeah, focus on what you're good at.
Who else is left? Yeah,
Not
the rest of
fighting,
that team.
clearly.
Yeah, the rest of that team is busy with combat at the moment.
Okay.
And yeah.
In that case,
so
I'm going
Johnny.
to start shooting. Yep.
Okay, so
Shooting.
there is a team of 4 brawlers and 1 druze that are currently holed up behind one of those counters where you write checks and stuff at the entrance of the vault area.
So I'm going to go ahead and fire at one of the brawlers.
Okie dokie.
That's going to be 2 successes.
So in order to move over there, you can move close enough that the difficulty would be 2. So
Okay.
2 successes will do it.
Yeah, essentially, I try and find myself some cover, and I'm just watching the entrance and popping shots.
All right. So that's 2 successes. That roll your damage.
All right. I'm going to actually... So, because I've got Expert, the gun generates 1 momentum for free. I'm going to actually bank that for future use, because I reckon we'll need it. And the combi rifle then does...
Wait, what generates 1 momentum for free?
Expert. It's a trait the combi rifle has.
So yeah, in order to use expert systems, you need to have an actual comm log.
Not a Pip Boy.
No.
Not a Pip Boy.
Does that mean it stops being hackable?
No, it can still be hackable. You just, you can't be hacked through it, but the rifle is very much hackable.
Whatever. Fine. I'm going to use the double action ammo then.
Absolutely.
Alright, so, sorry about that. I was looking at the wrong character sheet. I was looking at Anya's character sheet. I was like, where the fuck is my combi rifle? So it's going to be 1 plus 7. So it's going to be 7.
Oh.
11.
11.
That's not what I wanted.
1 second.
Well, you know what? That ain't bad. That ain't bad. It's going to be 1, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 damage. 8 damage with the double action, which I think is... I don't know actually what double action does.
Go ahead and look that up while I get reacquainted with the stat line for the brawlers.
Oh, it's vicious 3. So sorry, it'll be 12 damage.
12 damage. My goodness.
Madre de Dios.
Yeah. So the gun naturally is vicious 1. The ammo gives it vicious 2 more. So those 6s are 3 damage each.
All right. So
Brat, brat.
conditional soak.
Bra, ba, 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 bra, bra,
Yeah, no.
bra, bra, bra.
No soak. So yeah, you cause 2 harms to this poor.
Actually,
poor
it's
brawler.
one-handed, right? Tessium chopper in the other hand.
Yeah. You do cause 2 harms to this poor unfortunate druid, and he just like pops, like the shots go into him, and then they do the double action thing, and they explode, and he just is not there anymore, and his place stands just a pile of suspicious looking meat.
Ropa vieja.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
All right. So that was Johnny. And Laddie, what will you be doing throughout this?
Laddie wants to. We're in range now. I can shoot people.
Yeah, yeah.
You can shoot it with your bow.
Yes. All right. That's what I'm gonna do. Sorry, I was just looking for my bow in the rule book because I'm a bad noodle and I don't have it written down on my notepad or my weirdly generated character sheet. Bow. Why are these not? Oh, okay. They are in alphabetical order. I just can't read. Okay, I'm just gonna hold on. I'm just gonna roll.
Come on. You got it.
I'm gonna roll my 2d20s. One of them hit.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to spend one heat. Wait, who are you shooting at? One of the brawlers or the Drew's leader?
Probably one of the brawlers.
All right. So yeah, that's one hit. Roll your damage.
Okay, how many damages do I get? If you tell me, I'll write it down this time.
Well, I don't know. You guys should have this stuff written down, guys.
Yeah, you got it.
Look, I confess to being a bad noodle, and I'm sorry.
Oh, how could you?
I think,
Look at the face. You can't be angry. It's okay.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm
I'm
not.
just as bad,
I'm just
so we must
disappointed.
stick together.
It's 1 + 3n, and then it works off of her strength as well. So she would get however many bonus dice from her strength. Which I believe is
bonus dice.
Yeah, so it would be 1 + 5 dice.
Alright, so 6.
No, just 1 automatic and then 5 dice.
Oh, okay. 5d6 plus 1.
Come on, Megan. It's been 3 months.
Just 5d6. Just roll 5d6.
Oh.
It is also vicious too.
Do I get to re-roll any of those?
No, but that's still 5
damage.
Yeah, 5 damage.
All right. So yeah, he takes just the one because he's in cover, and yeah, you glance him with your arrow, and you see a small flesh wound on the right on his shoulder. He goes, "Ow! What the hell? Arrows? What the fuck?"
Alright, I wrote it down. I wrote it down this time. It's there. I saved it.
Who throws rebar? I mean, seriously.
Firing on
Laddie
Morel.
Maru does.
Like a mouse.
The cowboy lady is going to take shots at these guys. And she's gonna miss, and then she's gonna do it again. And miss. Wow, she's terrible.
Johnny's like, ha, 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 ha.
And who else was in there? Okay, yeah. Suddenly, from around a corner, you see just a flash of green. And oh yeah.
Oh no.
The ninja appears from behind Tio Camo and slices one of the brawlers. Oh yeah, that just as if a hot knife was just cutting through butter. This guy just disintegrates into pieces. By the time that the other brawlers notice what is going on, the ninja has once again jumped into the shadows and disappeared.
That was cool.
Yeah. At this point, it is their turn. There's 2 dead brawlers, 2 living brawlers, and a Druze. The Druze does some hand gestures, and they all pile out of the door.
Suspicious.
I like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
They're gonna start throwing shit at us.
It is back to your turn.
Alright, we continue drilling. This is just
Yeah, do I have to start initiating, or is it like an automatic? I press a button and it just starts doing its thing? Is it something I have to do every turn?
So,
Do the
in order
thing.
to get the drilling done, yeah, you'll have to do tech tests. And let's see. It will take about 6 rounds to drill into the vault. At a difficulty 1 tech test. You can take a difficulty 2, and that each round will count as 2 rounds, kind of like the driving that we did before. Or difficulty
What
3.
about the extra hands of the other hackers? Like, can they help me or?
Well, if you ask the other hacker that was there that helped you put the drill back together, he will tell you. Yes. Well, first of all, my name is Mouse. I am an interventor, and tech is not my thing. I don't know anything about this. I mean, I can hack.
Okay.
You know,
On my own then. Let's
The
do
Duke
this.
can help.
yeah, the Duke can give you a hand on those rolls, which will
Yes.
be
Can
one
he
extra
really?
die.
Yes, the Duke actually has some knowledge of tech.
He walks
Well,
around wrapped in a
as-
computer. I hope so.
As any Panosianian, he knows his way around a
He
techie.
went to the future version of ITT Tech.
All right, so roll your first check.
All right. And then when assisting, I roll a singular d20, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that. Her. Just 3 successes, I hope.
Oh, I don't have focus on it though.
Oh,
so
but I
yeah, on tech I don't.
3 successes anyway.
All right, so that is 3 rounds of progress that you guys make. You figure out exactly where the drill needs to go, almost as if you were a nomad that knows their way around drilling. And even with the help of Antonio, you managed to do quite a bit. You know, you're halfway through this thick ass vault, and that's
Okay.
great.
See, the key was to take the setting from low to max.
Full
Dial.
power.
Gigabrain
Hey.
strats.
Hey, Duke. They're not doing half the work.
Well, the Duke thinks we discuss this later when we're not getting shot at.
J-Dog thinks momentarily and realizes there has not been a day that he's hung out with the Duke that he has not been shot at.
This is how the Duke puts discussions to rest and never tackles them again. Was that a Parks and Recreation thing? It was like, I booked all the meetings for June 28th because I didn't think June 28th existed.
No, it was
March 31st.
And
Yeah.
then March 31st. I didn't think March 31st existed.
All right.
So what are Johnny and Laddie doing?
So Johnny's continuing his happy shooting.
Can we still see them, or is everybody disappeared?
They're out the door at this point. If you want to shoot them, you are gonna have to jump out.
Oh, they
Like,
walk
out of cover?
outside.
Yeah,
Oh
they
no.
walk not out of the bank, but out of this area of the bank.
Oh, fuck that. Johnny is not in a hurry to shoot them. Johnny is being a good Marine. He's like, oh, look, there's a door. Walk through the door. Is there in this game holding an action or preparing an action?
Yes, absolutely.
So in that case,
That
when
is prepared to shoot.
when a Druce peeks his head around that corner, he's gonna catch double action ammo to the mouth.
All right, fantastic.
Sorry, is there a way for us to see where? Is there a way for us to get their vantage point from anywhere else, like by going up any stairs or anything, or is it just a complete block out?
Okay, so you guys have the map.
I forgot where we are,
Would
honestly.
you like me
We're
to
on
show
the
you
bottom
that?
floor. Well, we're not
We're-
on the bottom.
Not the
Here you go,
ground
guys.
floor, but the
Where's
first
Actually,
floor.
no.
fourth floor?
So Duke, Z, and the other heisters are in the ground floor of the vault.
Yeah.
Okay.
Laddie, Maru, and J-Dog are right now on the first floor, around where it says entry hall lightwell.
Okay.
Yeah, because that is how you enter the vault. So it's a hallway, so it's kind of hard to get a shot.
Okay.
It's actually impossible to get a shot. You don't really see the. You have to literally stand in the middle of the hallway in order to see out.
Okay. So, heck them. But Laddie wants to know what they're up to. Can he? I don't know. He doesn't want to get any closer. I don't want to get any closer. Are they out there building a giant rabbit that they're gonna like roll in here and
The Duke thinks in 3 rounds they will bring a giant wooden horse that they will present to us as a present.
Laddie doesn't talk real good. He's gonna shout incoherent taunts at them. That's what he's doing from where he is.
Shouting in antipode. Yeah. Fantastic.
Yes.
So he shouts
He's
in
doing
antipode.
his best English, but it's not very good. And it's Scottish English at that, so...
Oh, yeah. It's not very good to begin with.
He shouts and he says... Johnny translate. He says you wear yellow because you're cowards.
Yeah. I don't even know if Laddie can see the color yellow, but yeah.
From the other side, you hear, well, there are 3 of us, and there's like 10 of you, so forgive me if I don't have such great ideas of my odds. But I do think that this will work, though. And at that moment, the hatch for the blast door for that separates the front of the bank to the back of the bank just slams shut.
Are they gonna gas us?
They think we're trapped.
Laddie thinks they're gonna gas us, and he tells Johnny that, and he's very suspicious.
That's fine. We're gonna blow up the back.
Can we hurry up about it?
I open up my Pip-Boy.
Alright.
And then he plays Snake on it.
At this point, the other heisters start to regroup around the drill.
I call smoke.
Alright. Smoke this up. Johnny, what's going on?
Need extraction. Soon.
Okay.
Now.
Sure.
Now!
Now? You have the Tesium ready?
Almost.
No. Okay, like, I don't...
I say soon. Duke says now. I think 10 seconds.
Okay, 10 seconds it is.
Make
sure that stuff is ready.
We
He
still
looks at
have
B.
3 more rounds for drilling.
You did 1 round. You did 3 rounds in 1 round. I'm thinking you can do the last 3 rounds in 2 rounds, and then we grab the crate and leave.
I'm not gonna it's possible.
I don't know if that math checks out, but okay.
So Smoke tells you, listen, if you don't have, and remember, it is 800 kilos of Tesium. If they are not next to the entry point that you can load them onto the car, onto the armor vehicle, quickly, we're going to be sitting here for a long time. And these things, they're armored, but they're not invulnerable.
Fine. 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And that's that G-Link right there.
All right. So, back to you all. Well, what's going on? What are you doing?
We're working on the drill.
Keep drilling.
All right. Are you attempting for the 3, for the 2, or for the 1?
Let's go with the 3. Spend that momentum. Come on, vamos.
Yeah, we still have 2 momentum, right?
Yeah.
Do it. Yeah.
Doing it. 2 successes.
All right.
Come on, Duke.
Got it.
3 successes. Fantastic.
3 successes. Yeah.
Told you 10 seconds.
The drill.
But we still need
going.
to move it. You said we needed to move it somewhere. I don't know how that's gonna work.
No, we pushed it through. Just.
The drill breaks through the lock on the vault, and with a click, the thing swings open just a little bit. This is the gigantic vault door, by the way. Like it's gonna take people to open it.
Z tries to move it. She's like,
Laddie's coming over to help.
Absolutely.
Muscle is the one thing we are not lacking in this team.
Yeah, most definitely.
Z's just dangling off one of the little rods.
How intelligent is Antonio? What's his smarty pants
We
stat?
don't talk about his smarty pants. Oh, he's not terrible. Like I mean, considering you start the character creation with a 7.
I thought that you were about to say considering Laddie's intelligence or something.
You start
I mean,
character
not that you're
creation with
wrong,
a 7.
but
So I'm assuming that's like average human stat. He's a 9, so that's decently intelligent. He's no
not the
drooling
brightest crayon in
Neanderthal.
the box, but he's not he's not a dog either. So
He's listened to an audiobook or two.
Yeah.
whether or not he can read is still
He like he listens to like Joe Rogan podcasts, and he identifies with Joe Rogan, not with the not with the guests.
Oh man, he loves the classics, doesn't he?
Yeah.
oh dear.
So between the burly members of these two parties, you do manage to pull the giant vault door open. Inside, you see 2 tables with what appears to be a bunch of notes, banknotes, that upon closer inspection do seem to be Panosianian dollars.
Dollar
You see-
dues.
Yeah. They are wrapped in saran wrap, basically. You see one large pallet right in the middle of the vault. This is a two-story vault with just ingots upon ingots of Tesium. There is exactly 400 ingots of Tesium. Each one of them weighing, by the intelligence that you got, 2 kilograms.
Is it on like a hydraulic pushy cart thing?
No, it is in an old school wooden pallet. Like, this thing is very anachronistic. And along the backside, you see rows upon rows upon rows upon rows of personal storage boxes. All of them with their respective locks.
All right. Duke says.
Can I open any of these locks? Just
As you finish opening the vault, you do hear a strange sound coming from the vents.
Laddie told
Okay.
you.
The explosion from the back wall.
Can I close the vents? Like,
No, not really. They're not the closable type.
Who has an adhesive cannon?
So, what you gonna do?
All right, push the pallet onto the back wall, and let's get that explosion going.
So there is 800 kilograms of Tesium on top of this pallet, and you know that smoke is not gonna be able to blow the wall of the vault.
yeah, we're gonna
open.
have to move it.
So you're gonna have to move the Tesium out of the vault onto the floor, basically. You see in the map the large lined area that is the vault. The vault has a big vault door that is, it has like a lip and everything. And on the outside, if you see the vault ground floor, the small lined section, that is where smoke can make the breach.
There's
we need to
nothing
get it
that we
upstairs.
can use to move.
No,
this
we're.
stuff, like,
He said in the ground floor. We're in the ground floor, so we don't have to go upstairs. We're in the correct floor.
Yeah, you're in the correct floor.
we
There
just
must
gotta get
but
it out of
you-
the vault.
You do need to move it over to the other side of where the thing is supposed to be breaking open. The
And there's
Chimera
no
kind of turns
machinery
to
to
you.
move this shit.
No,
Like, how'd they get it down here? There has to be something that they used to move it.
They took it with them?
What about
So,
the anaconda? Is that thing strong enough to move the pallet? Isn't it like a little mini robot?
It's also outside the gate that they just closed.
Yeah.
on.
Yeah.
And it's
So-
too big to get in.
Hold
At
on.
this
Wait. The Chimera's trying to say something. Hold on, guys.
yeah.
Okay.
At this point, the Chimera turns to you and goes like, "So, it seems we're in a little bit of a pickle. I sure hope that you guys had an escape plan, because ours was to leave stealthily without anybody noticing, and that clearly went out the window." So
I look at Duke. I'm like, negotiate for ride.
All right.
Real quick, with a 17 athletics, how much can I lift in one go?
17 athletics. Okay, that's So
And all of the things that have to do with being currently in dog face.
one second.
Take your time. I couldn't find it, which is why I'm asking you.
Alternatively, there must be a tarp, a tablecloth, a large curtain,
Something.
literally anything that we can use as a little bit like a sled.
So at this point, actually, the the person that was controlling the little puppets, they actually bring the puppets over, and one of them, the helmet pops open, and they start pulling out large, what seems to be duffel bags. There are 16 duffel bags, and they turn to you and tell you this should be sufficient for the TCM.
For all of it?
Yes.
All right,
we should-
whatever. Laddie's not going to argue. He's just going to start doing the thing.
So each bag is going to weigh 50 kilos.
So much.
Yes.
We can drag it. It's tile floor, I'm sure, or marble floor or some nonsense. Let's go.
Well,
Approximately.
I mean,
Let's go.
we should easily be able to lift
At
50
this
kilos
point,
in each hand.
everybody give me a difficulty 1 resistance test.
Okay.
My armor is vacuum sealed. It's just
Everyone
weakness of the person.
except for Antonio and his fancy fucking armor, give me a difficulty 1 resistance.
I passed. Yes.
I'm good. Just barely. Jesus.
Sames.
All right, perfect. Let's see.
Thank God for dog facery.
Oh yeah.
Oh
He's
dear.
awake. Good. 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 Good.
So do these ones generate momentum for the team since
They do
we're working
not.
together?
Uh,
All right. You can't blame anyone for
Sneakiest gift.
trying.
The sneakiest gift.
So yeah, you guys do smell there's something funky in the air, and you're gonna have to make this snappy.
I'm hearing some static on back of someone's mic.
Yeah, me too.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
I thought it was purposeful, like the gas pouring in.
Yeah, I thought so too.
I am not at the level where I can make sound effects, guys. This is gonna take some doing one day though.
Okay, it stopped. So, yeah, just start like scooping Tessium into the bags.
As we're scooping stuff, Antonio turns to the Chimera and he's like, so Dukes likes to negotiate this pricing because we do have an escape plan, and transportation will cost you.
The Chimera kind of looks at you and goes like, "What exactly is your escape plan?"
All right, I'm like that wall. Like I pointed, is like that wall's gonna blow, and we have armored transportation ready to carry us and the TCM out. But it's clearly gonna cost you because they're not gonna do it for free.
He kind of looks at you and then looks at the wall and goes like, "I thought we were already subtracting expenses from the take."
I thought we hadn't agreed to that quite yet.
I thought we
Yeah.
had, we did like
I'm
we
giving
had
it
said-
to you.
Huh?
I'm giving it to you. How about
I
that?
like
Yeah.
no. You if we subtract expenses, J Dog finds this to be amenable.
All right. If we're subtracting expenses, then that's fine. I was under the impression of.
Yeah.
We-
Yeah, if we're a team, you can ride in our truck, but that means that nobody gets money until after expenses are paid out.
Very well then. You drive a hard bargain, but sure. I'd rather not die. Let's put it that way.
Laddie says, "Me too."
Is anybody taking? The Duke looks over the pile of money. With money
Oh.
doesn't weigh a lot.
I
And he's
was
like,
gonna say we should take the
The
money.
others are already getting busy loading shit into the duffel bags.
and it's like,
Mhm.
if the Duke does not mind, like the Duke does not want anyone taking personal effects from the personal vaults, but the money's insured. So
At this point, you look in, and the ninja has already opened like 12 personal boxes, and like the effects are scattered on the floor. And he
Whatever.
turns to you and goes like, "A little late for that, buddy."
no, I mean, I was talking to my team. Whatever bunnies, fluffies, or whatever they're called do is
Bunnies, fluffies.
not my fault.
We have to be the moral ones.
Yeah.
So
The Chimera also kind of looks at the ninja and gives him like a "what the fuck" gesture, like this was not part of the plan. But the ninja just goes like, "Hey, money's money, okay?"
These people put this stuff in a box. They're not gonna miss it. It's fine.
All right. At this point, give me another difficulty 1 resistance test.
has the back wall blown yet?
No.
Smoke.
How much momentum did we generate on the last thing?
Hey.
I did not do so good.
All right, now we're gonna have to carry Z, and
At least
and
I'm
the bags.
little.
Laddie puts Z in one of the duffel bags too.
So Z, you're going to take.
Try to
All
start
right.
getting like loopy.
Yeah, actually, yes. And because that is an effect, you take 2. How you call it? What's that called again? Resolve damage.
So the little X's, I removed 2 of them.
Yeah.
It's
You
Joker
take,
toxin.
You take 2 resolve damage and you just collapse. Like you're not gonna be able to do anything this turn.
Great.
All right, come on. I mean, C was
Um,
probably not carrying
Turns
any
into a
of the
little
bags
puddle.
to begin with, considering they weigh 50 kilos, which is more than her. So
You see that the puppet person, they kind of start taking off their outfit, and inside they're wearing like a mesh skin suit, and then they flip the coat around and they put it back on, and they look just like the dirtiest, homelessest
Homelessest.
hobo that you have ever seen in your life. And the 3 puppets also start morphing into something.
little like homeless bots.
So, at 50 kilos, the bags weigh more than Cat. Forget weighing more than Z.
I mean, just they don't wear more than Antonio. They don't wear more than power armor. That's for sure. So let's
So
go.
Z's collapsed. What's Antonio doing?
I pick up Z.
You pick up Z.
No,
J-Dog
I,
picks up-
I look at fucking Johnny and I'm like, the Duke thinks that the Duke could carry 1 bag and Z, which frees up Johnny to pick up 2 bags instead.
Okay. I move the bags over to the appropriate area.
Yeah, let's just.
So between you two, you have carried Z and 3 bags so far. The Chimera also picks up 2 bags and just effortlessly drops them on the other side. Each
Can
Johnny
I
also
can I do
carries.
athletic tests to double time it?
Yeah, you know what? Let's make it a difficulty 2 athletics.
Okay. I have kinematica.
To
so
carry
it
1
decreases-
extra bag. And no, Kinematica does not work for this.
Okay. It just decreases athletic tests, but okay, I allow it.
Not for this.
It says I can push the armor also says I could push the armor fibers to increase the complication range, but I think you have enough heat already, so I'm not gonna.
I concur.
All right. I can re-roll that with Kinematica, but you will still get the heat.
Because you needed more.
There you go. So it's 2 successes.
So you do manage to carry an extra bag. So that's a total of 6. Yeah, 6. The ninja is busy with the boxes. The At this point,
the dude is like, "Hijo de puta." The Duke does
at this point, you notice that his bag is actually like spilling a few like diamonds and shit.
The Duke thinks you should stop loading less anime figures into your bag and put more Tesium.
The gunslinger chick, she puts up another bag, and the interventor also pulls out another bag. So that's 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 bags so far.
Wait, Laddie too?
Oh, Laddie too. 10 bags then.
Laddie would have made 2 trips by now.
No, there's 1 turn.
This
Are
is
you
only the
sure?
first round. Yeah.
This is the first round.
Laddie made the
take
same
it-
amount of trips as everybody else.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
absolutely.
okay. Just making sure.
This is just the first round. It's just taking forever.
Because we're dealing with
Logistics,
fucking
man.
ninjas,
Logistics are
man.
hard. Logistics are hard.
No, man.
So
This is just ninjas. Fucking ninjas. That's one of those
So
only
it's 50 kilos per
wannabe
bag.
things, aren't they?
it's 50 kilos per bag. You have moved 10 bags, so that's 500 kilos.
That's a
We
lot,
live to
yeah.
give you nice round numbers.
Yeah. 100 kilos. So yeah, there are 6 bags left.
Well, let's go.
And everybody give me another, and now difficulty 2 resistance test.
So I've generated momentum last 2 rounds. Can I
Me
just
too.
roll my? Can I just roll my 4 dice?
Go for it.
All right, there we go. And I needed them
Hey, how come our momentum's not updated? I generated momentum last round.
because nobody told me how much momentum they generated, even though I asked. So
Oh, I generated 1 last round.
all right, so go ahead and roll. Go ahead and roll your 3 dice this time.
Uh-oh.
It's resistance. Did you fail?
Yeah.
Oh boy.
What's your resistance?
It's. Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking willpower. Give me a second. I don't know because this thing is a piece of shit and generated stupid. You guys know what it looks like.
I'm
What?
somewhat fond of the character sheet, actually.
I hate
that
my
is- it's
character
pretty
sheet.
nice.
It doesn't
It's
make
on
any
the brawn,
sense.
and you have
Yeah,
high
no.
brawn.
Megan's
Okay.
generated badly, so.
Did it?
Yeah, it did. Okay. I'm fine.
So how many successes is that?
3.
Oh, so you generate 1 momentum. Z, you're kind of breaking out in stupor of this. Go ahead and roll the difficulty 2 resistance. Yeah.
I have extra
Poor Z.
oxygen loads. Like,
Z's just all like flopping about.
Yeah, she gets up and
Where's
goes
the
like, "What's
pumpkin?"
going on? What are all these bags?" And just face plants into another bag.
Poor Z. Oh no.
She's like, I'm okay.
quickly, someone piss in a rag and put it over her nose.
Poor baby.
This is not mustard
I'm
gas.
fine.
Let's see how these guys do. Chimera is good. Yeah, he's good. Damn.
I hope.
Yeah.
Ape man.
Ninja. Oh boy, let's see what happens to the ninja. Ninja fucking face plants.
You know what? He was carrying nothing useful.
I'm leaving the ninja in there. Let's be clear.
Falls off the railing. And then the other person, the puppet
Loading his
master.
bag up with Naruto figures.
Puppet master sniffs the gas and oh no, face plants. Um, then the gunslinger is good, and the interventor is good.
You know, we need 3 people to carry 2 bags. That's it. So like
Yeah.
the rest need to just pile the unconscious bodies by the door. That's gonna by the wall.
Yeah.
That's gonna blow.
The Chimera's already like he's got 2 bags and he drops them next to the very carefully as to not to squish a Z under him. Puts them next to the area that you said.
I bring 2 more bags.
I got 2 bags.
All right.
Me too.
So yeah, that's it. That's
There's
the
no more
6.
bags, laddie.
Aw.
Pick up the ninja. Put it.
Do not pick up the
them out.
ninja. No, fucking leave the ninja.
You notice that nobody seems to be concerned about the ninja. However, the gunslinger and the interventor go up to the puppet master and they start to like shake them awake, and the puppet master kind of go.
If no one is concerned about the ninja, then neither is Laddie.
What's the opposite of concerned? Fucking
Unconcerned?
Johnny's like, yeah, serves you fucking right, dick.
At this point, you notice that the little puppet bots have joined together and kind of transformed into what looks like a very trash-full shopping cart. Or whatever the equivalent of a shopping cart is at this point.
Duke is impressed by your miniature Voltron.
At which point...
Johnny's like, Z, why don't you have one? And then realize Z's asleep, so it doesn't matter.
And Z goes, 5 more minutes, Dad. The Chimera looks to you and says, in order to save some room, Ensemble can carry 2 bags in the trolley.
That's fine. That's okay. All right. Smoke. Calm's like smoke.
It's been more than 30 seconds.
The smoke is like, no, it has been around 20 seconds. But you know what? Whatever. Let's fucking do this. And the ball just fucking blows. Everybody roll me.
Oh no.
What is it that I'm going to make you roll for this?
I'm using the Tessium as cover.
It's just...
No, the Tessium is also flying at you. The bag's full of Tessium. Everybody roll me acrobatics to see if you dodge the pieces of wall that are flying in your direction.
I'm passed out. I can't
Okay.
dodge. So I
Actually,
just get,
you
like,
wake back up.
You wake back up just in time for this nonsense.
Just in time.
Laddie got 1 success.
Yeah.
Johnny got 2.
So it's difficulty 1, so lucky for you.
That's good.
I got 1. Yeah.
What are we rolling?
Acrobatics.
Oh,
You should be
one
good
success.
I think you got.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
Very good. Yeah, Z does wake up and like the wall explodes and she's just flying through the air. It's like, I don't know what's going on. And just like lands gracefully on her feet. Like, that was what?
Am I dreaming?
Yeah, the Chimera actually gets in front of the other team members and just gets pelted by all that shit, but kind of just like brushes it off.
Do cephalopods dream of electric money?
Electric money. At this point,
This cephalopod does.
the side of the building is blown out, and you see that the door, a ramp for the loading ramp for an armored personnel carrier, opens up, and you see a familiar French face looking at all of you, and it's like, you seem to have multiplied.
A little.
The Duke can think of these as incidentals. Come on, let's move it.
Yeah, Johnny picks up 3 bags and puts them in the truck.
Come on. Double time.
So it's,
Load it up.
yeah, at this point, I do believe that between all of you, rushing bags into the truck, now that you don't have the gas making you dizzy, you do manage to get everything in.
Okay.
You see that the interventor also flips his coat, and he looks like another homeless person. And him and the puppet master kind of scurry along through the hole. They turn to you, to the Chimera. They shout something in. Any of you speak Russian?
Yes. Hold on.
Oh,
Let me double
I
check and make
speak
sure I'm not thinking of
Russian.
Anya. Yes.
I hope
No,
Anya's
never
perfect.
mind. German. I was wrong.
Well, it's
Wrong
yeah.
language.
So Laddie does understand that it's basically the location of the rendezvous after the operation. The Chimera holds up a hand and goes like, "Excuse me, 1 second." Lifts up the veil and just vomits up what seems to be a horrible mass of red and black sludge. Is the only thing I can call it at this point. And it's about like a good 75% of their body weight, of its body weight. But as he does this, he kind of shrinks back down to like a regular sized person, and flips the veil back, takes out some stuff from his bag, a long coat, puts it on, and he goes like, "All right, time to go." Gets on the
Duke
truck.
thinks that was fucking disgusting. Don't do
Yeah,
that.
at this point, you do see that Jean-Jacques at the door is kind of like, "Oh, absolute fuck."
Ew. I did not like that.
Johnny's just looking at Z.
Can you do that?
Why are you looking at me?
He's your people.
This is some nomad bullshit.
So,
That's all him.
Z, you would know because you've been around nomads and shit. That the whole thing with dog faces is that they basically break the laws of conservation of mass, and nobody has quite figured out how to replicate that. So there are other ways that chimeras and other nomad gene modded individuals have figured in order to more or less,
Get
replicate. Yeah, get big. And this is one of them.
They just eat red paste. Okay.
Yeah.
It's like
Impressive.
So
And
all
gross.
4 of you, as well as the Chimera, the ninja's still in the vault. Nobody has picked him up.
Not our problem.
And yeah, the Chimera and the Gunslinger, you'll pile up into the APC. At which point Jean-Jacques closes the door and says, "Is everybody in?" And the Chimera just turns to him and goes like, "Yeah, everyone that matters."
Dude.
Poor ninja dude.
the Duke figures that guy was a dick.
And the APC gets going.
I look at the Chimera. Dukes. And I also shrink because the scene has now ended, I imagine.
Yeah.
The Duke is hiring. And I lay back.
At this point, he looks at you, gives you a bit of a chuckle, and he goes like, "Well, I'm already employed, I'm afraid." And he pulls out a badge that is for Tunguska Police, and he says, "I am Officer Alexia Bimbola with the Tunguska Oberfallkommando."
In G-Sync, right? To Laddie. Are the only people robbing this bank police officers?
Laddie is as confused as you are.
It's like one of those scenes in the movies where it's like, I'm FBI, well, I'm Interpol, well, I'm CIA.
That just proves that the government is the real crooks.
That's bad enough, right? The fact that we're all different government agencies, but the fact that we're different government agencies performing a black op involving robbing a completely different government is a whole other shit show.
Yeah, at this point, you do see
Technically, it's
that
ours. We're area admin.
That is true.
Sorry.
you do see that Jean-Jacques is nonplussed by the production of a badge, and he just moves over to the front of the vehicle, takes a seat, and lights up a cigarette. And it's like, well, that looked exciting.
The Duke just laughs at the badge. He's like, the Duke will have a story for you at one point.
I bet you will, my friend. I bet you will. So
Why are police robbing bank? Sorry. Why are the cops robbing the bank?
Because
as
nomads don't believe in taxes.
Well, that is true, but also, uh, it's TCM, and you know where we are. This is Novi Bangkok. Nothing in that bank is in any way, shape, or form gotten by legal means. I've been following some leads on underground pubneck fighting, and I ended up finding that I can tell you this: you guys are a bunch of mercs. Who gives a shit? We did find connections to a certain officer of the military orders who was organizing basically what he calls lesser species combat. And the profits he turned into TCM and put in this bank. I was told to leave it alone, but I'm not the type to leave it alone. I decided that I would hit him where it hurts, the money.
Johnny pointedly looks at Antonio in much the same disgusted look that he had looked at Z earlier.
Splatty too.
Look, the Duke pointedly turns and he goes like, "The Duke does not know why you are looking at him."
Catholics.
This whoa. There's nothing to do with Catholics. I bet he was not a Catholic at all. He must have been one of those filthy Protestants.
Alexei kind of like looks at you like, what? Why are you even? Whatever.
On Dawn, we say that is a logical fallacy known as one true Caledonian.
One true Caledonian? I've heard that only true Caledonians have long hair and have claymores.
But yeah,
Antipode Dundee said so.
A man by the name of Antipode Dundee told me that. Great man.
We decided, me and my friends, because these are my friends. These are not in any way, shape, or form actual police officers, especially not her. He points to the
cowboy lady,
gunslinger. Yeah, who at this point is just like leaning back, arms crossed, hat pulled down, and just grunts. I do not have a good time.
And the ninja that you guys left.
That guy was
clearly not a friend. Yeah.
That guy was an independent contractor. We needed him to get quiet because our fixer assured us that there would be no issues if we did this whole thing quiet. But, he forgot to mention that there might be a little issue with a hex key that we needed at the end. Lucky for us, you guys came along.
Who's your fixer?
It's this guy out of Yokozo's bar. It's in the middle of the strip. Let me put it this way. It's the last time I do business with the Card Corp.
So, Johnny pulls out his Pip Boy and looks at it. He goes, 80 kilos go to our fixer.
80 kilos go to your fixer. Okay.
40 kilos go to Smoke.
Damn. Okay. Just for taxi or service? And he looks to Jean-Jacques and he was like, just for taxi service? And he was like, you want to walk?
40 kilos go to our hacker.
Okay.
That leaves 640 kilos to split amongst the two groups.
All right, so that's 320 per. Hey, man. We are 320 kilos of TCM richer than when we started. Color me happy. And you know for sure that I'm not turning this shit into evidence. I'm on vacation, as far as everybody's concerned.
I'm on vacation.
The Duke thinks this is one of the most lucrative vacations you've ever had.
Close. Well, if do you guys know where you want to stash your stuff? Because I have a few ideas.
We are taking off to a pickup point. Because we assume we were giving a pickup point by
right.
the Red Bishop.
No, you were not.
You are not. Okay, so we come in here, and then they're like, figured the fuck out how you're gonna get back home.
Yep.
I imagine we have to talk to Guignol.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I opened my Pip Boy. Guignol.
Just 1 minute. 1 minute. Where did I put this freaking thing?
Side note, Megan, we definitely need a Guignol emoji.
Oh yeah, we need
Just like-
several expressions for Guignol.
Like super excited with exclamation points on his mask.
I got ideas. I love that.
Oh,
I've also told Julio that Julio, did you bring your mask today? Make one right now. Go fast.
Oh man, next time I'll have the mask ready.
All right. I'll remind you before stream starts. While we do sound check.
Yes, absolutely.
It's
I will
important.
draw them hastily on lined paper. And,
As it should be.
As it should be. Just 1 second.
What was the Tunguska police name?
So if you ask to inspect the badge, he will let you do it because he gives no fucks.
The name he gave us.
Alexi.
His name is Alexi Abimbola.
He's a cool guy.
And he kind of gives like finger guns to the cowboy lady, and that's Gina McCoy, fastest gun in the West. And she goes like, first of all,
that
there's
was
no
Wild
West.
Bill.
And then she says, and yes, he is much faster than I am. I'm not even going to put myself on that contest. I'm not going to win it.
We fought Wild Bill.
Johnny, the Duke wants you to show her the thing.
You what?
We fought Wild Bill. Yeah. I pull out my pistol that is signed by Wild Bill.
She kind of just looks at it and like her face just lights up. I'll give you my entire take for this. And Alexi kind of like slaps her in the back of the head and goes like, no, you have bills.
So she says that, and Johnny really wants to say no. But it's better that the leaders got involved and put the kibosh on that deal.
Alexi slaps her in the back of the head and says, you have bills, woman.
Dude, who's gonna remind fucking Johnny that the moment he took that Tesium, then it was just gonna go to 012, and he was gonna end up giving his thing for more 012 money.
Thank you.
Oh,
I thought that would have been... So, hey, Jean-Jacques.
Oui.
Is Smoke hiring?
Always. Are you interested?
I think the Duke wants another job.
Jean-Jacques gives you the French look. You know the look.
The French look.
Johnny looks at him and says, look, they wanted us to get money. We got money. We can get more money by doing another job. It's really just following orders.
Well, yes, that seems like a great idea. Honestly, I don't see why he would refuse. He bangs into the front of the car, and you hear a husky Russian voice that you've heard before, as the man that was operating the heavy machine gun on the previous job. He was like, "Da!" It was like, "Ilya, radio smoke. Tell him that the Dukes Dawgs are interested in another job." It's like, Dukes Dawgs interested in another job? Yes! Yes! I love it! I love those guys!
So much bass.
Yep. You do notice that remember that song that I told you that was gonna be playing on
Yes.
the FPC? It is playing. And yeah. Kalinka, 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 maya, malinka, malinka. And the Alexi at this point says, would it be too much trouble to ask for a quick detour to the gorge? We need to drop by Bank of Tunguska to drop our stuff.
The Duke is okay with this, as long as you're not heisting this bank as well.
Oh no, absolutely not. Why would I? Listen,
That's none of
I
our
may
business.
be on vacation, but I, a police officer of Tunguska, am not going to heist a Tunguskan bank. That's a
Um,
little bit beyond the pale.
You know, the Duke would just say, you know the saying, a heist a day keeps the cops away, or something. The Duke didn't pay attention in this class.
so I contact Guignol.
Hmm. You contact him, and at this point, finally, after several days, the party at the Sky 5.0 seems to be winding down. You don't see anywhere near as many people around. The mood lighting has given way to just the regular, light fluorescent.
The regular light of day.
Yeah, quote unquote. He's a little like desaliñado, like he's not as perfectly sharp as he usually is. I was like, yeah, hello,
Guignol.
Still wearing his mask.
yeah, 100%.
We wouldn't recognize him without it at this point.
Yeah. Johnny, my boy, please tell me everything went swimmingly.
Everything went great. Only killed 3 people.
Oh, I'm delighted to hear it. I hope it was spectacular. I haven't reviewed the footage yet, of course. I have been rather busy. And you notice that behind him, there's like just a strewn about bodies of exhausted partiers.
Do you have our exit?
I do not. I assumed that you and the Red Bishop would fix that yourselves. I'm sorry, dear. I was just here to give you the way in, and now the way out is entirely up to you.
We can just charter a ship, can't we?
Antonio wants to strangle the Red Bishop because he probably isn't a bishop at all. So it's not like heresy or anything like that. He just wants to be sent back home. He's just like, things were easy in the military orders, There were like heretics in that direction, and then the firing started. That was...
So
Now, don't be upset, my dear. If you really need me to, I can definitely arrange something for you to get back to a place that must not be named.
So at this point, Johnny's just like, you know what? I'm just a good boy. I follow orders. This is Duke's problem. And he just leans back.
The Duke would like to be put into contact when you have the chance. Clearly you are nuzzling something over there, by which he means probably a gigantic hangover, with the Red Bishop to arrange for transport.
Okay.
If you want, but I imagine you have your own way of contacting him. And honestly, I'd rather not speak to the man if I don't have to.
Do we have our own way to contact him? Because Antonio's very much under the impression that the Red Bishop is a gigantic dickhead, and he probably didn't leave a contact information.
You would not be wrong, but you do have passes and counter passes that you can basically call the local
O12
O12 garrison and send an encrypted Bureau Noir tier message through courier to Concilium.
Okay.
Sounds like a lot of work.
That's what I want to do. And if I
Sounds like a lot of Antonio's work.
Yeah, paperwork. You guys are fucking...
See, I think now's the time to just either start Dukes Dawgs or you just join up with Smoke's Marauders. Get into a little bit of trouble. No rush to head back home.
People who aren't going to waste our heckin' time.
Yeah, fuck them.
No.
Guignol does tell you, like, honestly, the way he treats you, it's just so terrible.
So Antonio just wants to go back home. That's what he's like, if you guys want to keep with the Duke, he knows a guy. But
The real Duke, wherever he's at.
yeah, there's always a Duke.
There is always a Duke.
There must always be a Duke. It's like the Lich King, It's just give him the helmet.
You feel the APC slow down and go to a stop. And Jean-Jacques opens the back hatch, and he says, "Bank of Tunguska." At which point Alexei gets up, grabs their share. Of course, the others have 2 bags, so you guys arrange the distribution, and he and Miss McCoy make their way off, and they say, are you sure that you don't want to just put it in the bank, because I know a guy that it'll be.
No, it's good. This
Wait.
this is going to a more secure location.
Should we not wait until after?
You
Okay,
will
fine.
not find a more secure location than the freaking Bank of Tunguska.
You go on ahead. Let us talk, and then we'll follow you in if we need to.
You got it. Let me know. And he and Gina kind of shoulder, because at this point he's not huge, so.
Would I know
They
if
just-
they're trustworthy? Like, if he's just talking shit and just wants us to leave our stuff there so they can take it, or is
Where's
he
the
being
bank actually?
genuine? Yeah.
So, as a nomad, you know that the least trustworthy nomads are Tunguskans.
Yeah,
But
that's
you
why I was
also
like,
know,
no.
you also know that the Bank of Tunguska is known throughout the human sphere to be the premier in banking, especially if you're shady. They're
So
basically the Swiss banks of the human sphere.
So Johnny looks at
I do
Antonio.
relay this information.
He's like, we can't wander around Novi Bangkok trying to find an exit with all this stuff on us.
We're not walking with this bullshit on us. This is Antonio is tired of the Duke boys. He's looks over, he sees Frenchie and are outside of the troop compartment, and he's like, we are fucking leaving this black bag with Bureau Noir fucking tags on it at the local O12 garrison, and we're fucking accounting this and sending it to the Red Bishop.
Wait,
And
are you saying this in full view of everybody, or is it just you're thinking of this?
No. It's because Frenchie and whatever are off the troop compartment, right? It's just the gang.
Us right now.
No,
And,
Jean-Jacques is still in the back of the
Oh.
APC with you guys.
All right, I text messaged you.
On his little pip
You
boy.
get the Duke thinks you just got an alert on your fucking on your pit boy. It's like,
He looks up. Is that safe?
the Duke
I
does
don't
not
know.
think that's our problem anymore.
Pip
Okay.
boys. Unhackable.
Antonio is 100% done with this bullshit. He's like, Antonio is still not wealthy. He does not own the power armor that he is wearing. As he's basically not gonna see a cent of that money, so he's not gonna be lugging it around for some fucking bureaucrat. He just wants to go back to the orders.
So
Well, then why don't we keep some of it and give them less so you can pay off that armor? And I can get some new upgrades. And we can get some more weapons. There's just so much we can do if we just keep a little bit.
I guess
more,
just
a little
furiously
bit.
texting each other and your
In the
freaking
group
combat.
chat.
In the group
And-
chat, yes.
Jean-Jacques is just staring at you like
In our group chat.
fucking
Yeah,
galactic.
we have a Discord channel.
Like he specifically looks at Laddie and Johnny because he knows that you guys know, and he's like, fucking
he sees us texting like we're pecking.
Like fucking Dracula from Hotel Transylvania. It's like, you gotta clutch your nails, Drac.
So he says,
he says, I can just step out for a minute while you speak whatever the fuck you want to speak, right?
The Duke did not mean any offense, John Jack.
I'm on the clock right now, and you are the client.
What are you, hourly? It's like, yes.
Bitch, I could be.
I actually do take the the 40 kilos that goes to Smoke and put it separate for Jean-Jacques.
Yeah, he opens up one of the seat compartments, and he like stacks it in there, closes it up, and puts a padlock on it. He was like, "I'm going to step outside so you can speak whatever the fuck it is that you're texting about so rudely in front of me, and just let me know when you're done." It's a pain in the ass to smoke in here anyway. Gets off and flips up the.
So, Tony says,
Could I make sure it's a secure space, that there's no recording devices or anything around?
You can search. Roll me an observation.
That is observation. Two successes.
You know that even if there were, any listening devices in this place, the Kalinka blasting from the speakers is so loud that it could drown out anything, as long as you guys stay close and.
Okay, good. Just making sure.
So, Johnny leans forward and he's like, "You're in charge. It's your call. However, we're already coming back with half of what they wanted us to come back with. Any more goes missing, and I feel like we're going to get another one of these stupid fundraising missions. And I already don't particularly like them between the last two bullshit that they've had us do."
Look. This was like, he's like, he just looks at you and he's like, "I don't know what this is for you. For me, this was supposed to be a short stint. I'm like counting the days till I can get back to my people. I understand that you don't have the best relationship where you come from, but I actually like my former job, and I want to get back to it. I have no intention of disappearing with the money that we were sent here to not attain by not being here."
Z?
Hey man, I'm in it for the ride. I just want to get a new upgrade.
But he just wags his tail.
Look, I figure, Antonio, you want to go back to those guys? We give you 200 kilos. And you go back to whatever monastery you live in. We take 100 kilos. And Laddie and I pretend to be interspace warlords with Z as our hacker.
All right. The Duke scoffs and just like, "Whatever, man." He's like, "I understand not liking the bureaucracy. I'll write a report. I'll be like, if you guys really want to go AWOL, you guys can go missing in action. There'll be a set of dog tags will be sent to your home. Any family will be informed that you have been KIA'd."
I figured that as a Panosianian, he would have had a moment there that's like, a set of dog tags. Oh, wait, that's not offensive, is it?
Wait, do I care? Was the next remark.
So real quick, out of character. We've kind of been building this for like 8 sessions now, where 75% of the group is just like, the Red Bishop is a dick. Or actually, 100% of the group is like, the Red Bishop is a dick. 75% of the group is like, we don't need to deal with him. But Skull, are you okay with being someone who's not Antonio and the game continuing?
Yeah, I'm okay with that. The Antonio has as a last, like he likes you guys. Antonio likes you guys. as a last favor, well, first of all, he's gonna just be like, you guys are dead. Like, you guys died in this mission. So there's no one hunting you guys down. And he thinks
Antonio's a good guy.
yeah, he 100% agrees the fucking Red Bishop is a fucking dick. And he gives you a fucking name. And he's like, if you like the Duke may never die. Only the actors who play him. And he gives you a name. You may find the Duke if you go looking for him.
Okay.
I find it slightly concerning that Straight Arrow Antonio has the name of the Duke.
Antonio was a vagabond before he became a
this
priest.
Other character,
I mean,
Duke Jax the Second, which I had already rolled up in anticipation for this, is a crazy ex-Teutonic knight. So he's a crazy fucking German guy.
I love it.
So imagine, in my mind, Antonio knew who Duke Jax was, and is like, this is who my persona, and this is gonna be my persona for this.
He probably like served with Duke Jackson like parties or something.
Yeah.
Where he lost his freaking gourd. It's like, oh my god.
Antonio's
this guy.
Whenever we were tasked with this, Antonio's like, who's the craziest son of a bitch I've ever met? Ah, yes.
The Duke. So
I'm totally down to go like rogue mercs. Like
I write down the address to Smoke's house. Send my turtles here, please.
Send my turtles here, yes.
Oh my god.
Hey man, do you know how hard it is to find turtles?
Yeah. Antonio will ensure that your effects are returned to your families.
All right, so I hit the I hit the thing so that it opens. Frenchie.
So you hit it, and you hear, "What the fuck?" Then the door opens. It's like, what?
We need to drop off Duke somewhere.
Oh, okay. That sounds good to me.
Then the rest of us want to go talk to Smoke.
Are we gonna put our shit in the bank though?
Yes. Yeah. Z says that, and I'm like,
Let's go open up a bank account, you guys.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, it
he
looks like
looks
J-Dog will get to open up a bank account after all.
He looks from J-Dog to Duke to he goes like, what's the order of operations here?
Leave the three of us. Go drop him off while we open the bank account.
You don't have to tell me twice.
We'll meet you back at the office.
He gets on. He kind of like shoos you three out of the.
Okay, well, somebody's gonna have to help me carry my shit, because...
It's only 100 kilos. I can carry it all. Oh, no, sorry. I can't anymore. Laddie can carry it all.
Laddie's got it.
He produces a brush that, as you can see, actually has a lot of long silver hairs on it, and like brushes the seats where you and Laddie were sitting. Just like furiously like moves them out. It's like,
sorry. Aw.
Deal with this every day.
A future sticky buddy.
Aw.
He says, well, I'll see you when I see you.
All right.
Door
So
closes.
we head over to the Bank of Tunguska.
All right.
Sorry that we have left you behind, Skull.
Wait, Laddie wanted to give Antonio a hug.
Lick his face. Lick his
Yeah,
face.
that too.
That's okay. It's at the
He's
helmet.
gonna have doggo slobber all over his power armor.
Oh, that is so adorable.
Johnny legitimately respects Antonio, and if Antonio had been in charge of things, would have probably stayed with O12, but he's not. He is essentially nobody.
There's always, there's always a dick on top, and shit rolls downhill.
So, full like forearm clasp. It was good work.
Son of a bitch!
I tell him very seriously. You have our comm log info. If you ever find yourself on one of these missions again,
We got
we'll be
your
happy to help.
back.
Antonio lets you know that he will
hopes to
not
never be
hesitate
on one
to
of these
call
missions
the
again?
Dukes
Oh.
Dawgs if there was a need.
Antonio is our next adventure hook.
This emotive farewell, Antonio and the two marauders head over in a certain direction, while the rest of the team goes into the Bank of Tunguska. So the local branch of the Bank of Tunguska is in an area of the Novi Bangkok called the Gorge, which is the Nomad district. Everything here is Nomad. You do notice that everybody's speaking in Nomad patois. There's like Corregidorian laborers building shit. There's Tunguskans in fancy suits walking around. It's a very nomad place, and people.
This is my hustle bustle.
Yeah, there's plenty of uplifts and chimeras and how do you call them? And just like gene modded people as well. And you enter the bank, which is the outside is very fancy, and you notice that the inside is also very fancy in a very like Arasaka Corporation from Cyberpunk 2077 way.
Okay.
There's like paper thin sheets of water fixtures. There's bamboo here and there. It's very zen, very nice. You go in
Very
and you.
feng shui.
Oh yeah, my bad. You go in and you notice that at this moment, Alexi and Miss McCoy are sitting around a low table discussing with a gentleman in a very, very, well, you guys wouldn't know, but it is a very, very, very expensive suit.
None of us are aware of that shit.
Yeah, no. Alexi sees you come in and he kind of beckons you over. They are sitting on what seems to be really plush, really nice couches around a low table. There's some papers scattered and some AR stuff that you two can't see unless you put on the AR glasses that Guignol gifted to you, except for Z can see them. So they offer you a seat, and Alexi says, I'm sorry, I did not catch your names.
J-Dog.
Maru.
Oh, he shakes your hand, he shakes your paw. B. I like it. Yes. Dunya, these are the people that we were speaking to you about. They are looking to open an account with, I imagine, much the same features that we are, because they are storing similar items. It's like, oh, yes. Hello, my name is Dimitri, and I will be in charge of opening your account for you today. And I will be offering you what we call the Make It Disappear package.
I like it.
I will not ask any questions. No fiduciary institution will ask any questions. And you can be assured that no one in your home planets will ever know about this fortunate windfall that you have all found yourselves with. You guys work through the details. And yeah, he opens an account for you where you put in the rest of the Tesium that you obtained. And yeah, it's actually a very pleasant experience. At one point, they bring you like cucumber water. They offer you some like extra perks of having an account. They give you cards that you can use to get into like the circular like VIP lounges and shit like that. This is the VIP treatment.
So, I looked to Z. Why didn't you tell us that your people were hiding all this shit?
But you didn't like the techie stuff.
You had us working for the church?
Me? That was all you guys.
This is much better.
Dimitri says...
I'm glad you've come to my side, though. It's more fun on this side.
Yeah, Dimitri says, oh, sir, we are most definitely not hiding it. It's just, unfortunately, inaccessible for people in certain tiers of society, which you appear to be a part of, fortunately enough. And And yes, welcome to the good life of being taken care of by the Bank of Tunguska.
Totally. Like, Johnny's like, this is why I left on.
The papers are drafted. You guys get your cards. You get access to the account. It is one shared account, I imagine.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yes, one account that all three of you have access to, and is, as he mentioned, the make it disappear package. He also gives you the option of converting the goods at a current market value directly into nomad currency, if you would so prefer.
Not yet.
We do some,
We can make stuff
just so
out
we
of
can
that.
have funding.
Laddie and Johnny are like, no, TCM is stuff. Like,
But we need monies. We can't use the TCM to buy things. In
Laddie's
the
gonna
cloud.
get little TCM tips for
What's
his
the
claws.
network? What's the Nomad network? It's
not Maya, the other one.
Arachne.
Arachne.
Iraq.
Yeah.
That one. See, how else are you gonna buy things?
Yeah, he says, I am not entirely familiar with how currency works in Ariadna, but I imagine there must be some kind of barter system in place, as is often the case with societies in a certain stage of development. However, and in most of the world, nomad currency will be liquid. So I will 100% recommend that. However, if you would prefer to just store the goods as is, I can also accommodate.
Let's convert 10% because 10 kilos of TCM probably is enough liquid assets for us for a little bit.
It's a good chunk.
Yeah. Let's convert 10% so we have 90 kilos in the bank and 10 kilos worth of nomad money. And I'm assuming we can do more conversions whenever just by reaching out to Dimitri, our fiduciary guy.
I am at your service, sir.
Perfect. All right. I love
Business
it.
buddy.
I love it. So we head back to Smoke.
Yeah, you open your accounts, you shake hands with Alexei and Dimitri, and you give McCoy gives you the good old tip of the hat, so common in Tombstone.
I absolutely tell Alexei, we find ourselves freelancing a little bit more than we were. If you ever need some muscle, think of the dogs.
Or brains. You know.
Oh, right.
Gotta have the balance.
I like that it takes one person to be enough brains for the whole squad, but two of us to make up for that much muscle.
I'm clearly not throwing enough brain teasers at you guys.
It's okay. We're Z's got it.
She's plenty of brain for the entire
And a
team.
very
good.
wrinkly brain.
So many wrinkles on her brain. Laddie's brain, very cute. No worries.
You know what? Cephalopods actually have multiple brains, so it makes sense.
Well, technically, each tentacle has its own neurons and brain kind of sort of system. So
Yeah.
it has, some of them even have their own personalities.
Wow.
I would
Isn't
be very
nature
upset if
crazy?
I'd be very upset if one of my heads had a personality.
Alexei shakes your hand and he says, "Well, I'll definitely keep you in mind. Are you missing someone actually?"
The Duke decided that he wanted to go back to whatever core world he came from.
Understandable. Yeah, you know how
He's gonna be very surprised when the next time he sees you, you have the Duke again, but he's just slightly different height.
I'm not gonna pretend that I know how Will Wallace's mind works. So, sure.
So
Taking a little
we'll
walk.
see you around. And she says, McCoy says, "Happy trails," as they go off on their own direction.
all right.
And yeah, I imagine you now go back to Smoke's place. But let's cut to Duke. as he arrives at the local O12 constabulary. And Jean-Jacques, the entire time when you said O12, he has been giving you the fucking, like, the fuck is it?
The what, mate?
Yeah, not a single word is spoken in the entire trip. I imagine you guys just kind of like awkwardly looking at each other. You arrive, you hear the brakes hit. Jean-Jacques, without a word, walks to the back, opens the hatch, and gestures.
Yeah, I take my bags with me. Takes me a couple of trips, even with the power armor, you know, like.
He's not helping either. So, he looks at you and he's just like, "Pleasure of doing business. Please consider us Mox Marauders for your next caper." Closes the hatch, and that APC peels out of there.
The only thing that can be said about our association with Smoke is that everything we do is probably too hot for him.
Smoke is not in any way, shape, or form prepared to handle certain levels of heat, by which I mean about anything higher than 80 degrees. But yeah, at this point, I feel like I'm saying that way too much. You are in front of the local O12 constabulary. There are a couple of kappas in the front. They're kind of giving you a look like.
It's obviously like I turned back the IFF on the armor, so I should be like lighting up neon green.
Yeah, like for a second it was like yellow, and then they go like pink, and I was like, oh.
I walk up to them and I'm like, fucking Bureau Noir business, like call sign, and I'm like, black assets, indoors, into safe, now.
They go like, oh, Bureau Noir, we don't get a lot of that around here. It's gonna be a good time. They press a couple of buttons at this, and you do see that a couple of copper bots skitter out and start loading up the bags, and then skitter back in. They, usher you in, and they ask you like, anything that we can help you with, sir?
Yeah, I need access to their conference room.
Absolutely. Just by virtue of being Bureau Noir, like they know that, and the IFF 100% confirms it. They know that you're basically a superior officer here. They don't have anyone on this shitty ass little like 7-person constabulary that ranks higher than you. So yeah, they usher you to the meeting room. The meeting room is scantily furnished. It's got the screen in the back, and then the table is one of those tables that's like made up of several tables, but has like one concentric shape, and it's like slightly mismatched. I tell you, anything else that we can get for you, sir?
No, just like, give me 30 minutes with the room. I'll be out of you guys' hair.
Absolutely, sir. They go out.
I actually, on the way, I was like, Tony doesn't normally do this, but he goes, it's like, if you guys can get me some sangria, I'll make it worth your while.
We will be sure to, they kind of look at each other and go like, we will be sure to replicate some for you, sir.
Okay.
I mean, you're fucking James Bond, and these guys are,
Look at you. You don't even have a name tag.
Yes, sir. These guys are beat cops, and you're fucking James Bond. So, yeah, they close the door and they go to do the thing.
So yeah, now I want to talk to the fucking Red Bishop.
You enter the encryption key. Everything creates the connection. And luckily enough, there is a circular right now going in that direction, so you only get a slight lag of about like a couple of seconds, and you make contact with Concilium. You see the Red Bishop's Spartan office with his plywood furniture and his basic office chair. He opens the image, and you see him. You know, his gaunt, aquiline features and his puffy white beard stare back at you. It was like Knight Salazar. Report.
You know, I give him the doctored version of the events. I'm like, you know, we're down. I was like, I'm down operatives. You know, it was shoddy intel. We didn't know there was going to be an additional team assaulting the vault at the same time. No one mentioned poison gas bent in the bag. It's like, I got what I could. It's waiting transportation.
He looks at you and he says, "I'm quite sure it was not your responsibility nor your fault, Knight Salazar. I should know better than to entrust such delicate missions to subhumans."
You know, like,
We will speak on this further. Do make contact with the base leader. He will charter you a flight leaving directly from Liberty Cargo. The military orders will foot the bill.
Antonio gives him a face. Okay. And after the call with the bishop ends, Antonio wants to contact the highest ranking military orders officer he can get his fucking hands on.
All right. We're gonna leave that for eventualities, because
All right.
I do believe that it is pretty much 10, and I think that this is a great point at which to be continued.
All right. So I guess I'm going to make the announcements then.
Go ahead.
So, and with that, that closes Chapter 1 of Good Boys, which will have us transferring over from being a Special Forces
No more
operative.
good boys.
No,
Bad
hey,
boys.
we're still the Good Boys, but now we're more of like
Good for us boys.
Good Boys. I like that. So we're more we're going more of an A-team vibe now, where we're going to be mercenaries wandering the galaxy and doing whatever the fuck we want. However, either way, the Good Boys are going to be taking an interlude at the end of the first chapter, similar to what we did with Land of Ice and Snow, where we will do another story run in universe. I will be running this story. Megan, Skull, and Julio will be playing. Kat will be taking a small hiatus, but we will have Eddie, Doc Geo, who you sometimes see in the chat, one of our constant followers, joining us as a player.
Woo!
Uh,
I am so excited. I love playing with Eddie. He's awesome.
I am not going to give any details about the upcoming campaign, except for the fact that it will be set entirely on Dawn, given that it's the only planet I know a goddamn thing about. Stay tuned for more information as that comes up. We also have something very special coming up for you guys on June 1st, so keep an eye on our Facebook pages, our Twitter, our Instagram, carrier pigeons, whatever, for that information. Monday will also be the last episode of Land of Grill and Steaks, because on the 24th, Land of Ice and Snow will be back, and we'll get to see what exactly those guys are getting into in Tier 2. 5th level, man. People have 3rd level spells and shit. I know that Stewie's super excited. Schedule remains as it is. Monday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern. Tuesday night, 6:30 p.m. Eastern. And Thursday nights, 8 p.m. Eastern. We will see you guys all later. We're going to actually, I just noticed, tonight we're going to be raiding a channel called Vorpal Tales, strictly because they have a giant Modiphius logo on their stream, because they're playing Alien the RPG. So stay tuned after our exit scene to see that. And with all that being said, as always, good night, Gracie.
Good night,
Good night,
Gracie.
Grace.
Night, everybody.